Good morning. All right, this is the Harris Middle School sixth grade course sheet, and I'm going to go over how you're going to fill this out. This one specifically is for our future Harris Hawks students. And so the first thing you're going to do is put your student's name, last name first, and then first name, their ID number, which is their lunch code. They should be able to give you that, or you can look it up in Skyward, and then the elementary school, so you'll put Fox Run there. All right, on each of these, at the top, it tells you directions of what you're going to choose, and we're going to ask that you fill this out together, and then this is brought back into school, and the counselors from the middle schools will help you, or will help your student enter it into Skyward if you're not comfortable doing that from home. So on here, the first thing we have is English. And so your first option is regular, and then the second is honors. And so once you choose one of those, then you're going to hop down to math. For math, you can either choose regular or honors. And then if your student has been in the hyper accelerated program, then they will do math 7 honors. Then for science and social studies, everybody takes the same. So you're going to sign up for a science, you're going to sign up for your social studies. So everybody will have the same for that. And then for PE, for Harris, everybody is required to take health in 6th grade. So you'll circle that. And then here for your PE credit, you're going to choose either female or male. Pre-athletics means that you want to try out for one of the sport teams later on in 7th and 8th grade, so you would need to do pre-athletics first. So girls, and then the boys. So circle one of those if you want to do sports. And then if you would just like your, you don't want to play sports, you just want your PE credit, right here you're going to choose female or male. So if you're choosing pre-athletics, you are not going to choose PE. And if you're choosing PE, you are not choosing pre-athletics. It's either, you either choose here. So if I'm a female and I want to play a sport, I'm going to choose this one. If I am a female and I don't want to play a sport, I'm going to choose this one, not both. All right, then over here for fine arts, you're going to choose one. And we've got art, band, choir, whether you're female or male, theater arts, strings 1 and strings 2. So if your student was in strings as a 5th grader and they finished the whole program all the way through, then they will sign up for strings 2. If your student exited the 5th grade strings and they want to start over, or they've never started before, then they're going to be in string orchestra 1. And then there's introduction to dance. And then down here, they're going to choose 2. So there's academic UIL, broadcast journalism, debate, junior cadets, teen leadership, ADVID, and technology applications. For ADVID, we are sending home a flyer, and it has a QR code and information on there about a Google Classroom that you can join. There is an application that's required to be able to join in for AVID. And then you need to choose, so you're going to choose each of those. So it would be 1 English, 1 math, science, social studies, a health, and then your health and PE. Let me mention this real quick. Your health and PE, whether you do pre-athletics or just regular PE, these are each a semester class. So the school year is broken up into 2 semesters. So the first semester you might have health, and then the second semester you would take your PE credit, or it might be swapped. You might take PE first, and then you would have your health the second. So this is 1 full credit. So that's English 1, math 2, science 3, social studies 4, PE health would be 5, fine arts would be 6, and then 2 of these, 7, 8. And so there's your 8 classes. And then here you're going to choose your alternate electives below. So the course numbers are these numbers here on the side, like this one's M0639. So you would put the course name and number here, and then these are your alternatives. So when they start putting together your class list, or like your list of your schedule, if something is not available, then they might come over here to your alternate electives. So all of these here are your electives. So you're going to need to choose a couple backups that you might be interested in doing. And then here on the bottom, this is all needing to be entered into Skyward by February 13th, and students will be placed in elective classes based on availability. And if you have to make a change after February 13, you need to contact the campus counselor. And then there are no changes after May 29th. And then the NEISD advanced level course agreement. So anybody that's signed up for an honor class, there will be a course agreement that you just sign and fill out, and it just talks about kind of the commitment needed for taking an honors class, and just making sure that you're aware of that commitment that needs to be completed. And then students here that qualify for the gifted and talented services, either in English, language arts, or reading, or reading and or math, they'll be enrolled by the counselors. So all of that will get moved over by the counselors. And then so just sign up for the honors if your student is participating in that, and then they'll automatically move it for you. And then for GT students, select, like this is what I just said, select honors, and then the counselors will make those changes. Alrighty, so you can either take this into Skyward, and you should see now, because it opened already I think it was January 13th, you can already sign your child up for these classes, or you can have the paper filled out, make sure they bring it back to school, and sign it, saying that you just sign it anywhere at the bottom, saying that you approve, and the counselors will come to the elementary campuses and help enter all the students, so everybody will be all signed up and ready to go. All right, thank you.